Hello, it's a sweet potato takeover. Welcome to the Health Pedal Podcast, where we are growing from seed to table to healthy human being. And today, I was walking between these two planting beds, the sweet potato bed, and if you remember, the vines grew over into that bed. And I just said, let me pull this root up right here. This one. And I did. And look what was under the ground. It's amazing how the sweet potatoes have just taken over, planted themselves everywhere. So we're assuming that there's more in this bed, which we haven't harvested. And at the end of this bed, outside, I'm sure in the grass, probably under that black cloth, are more sweet potatoes. So you can never plant enough sweet potato vines, and you can never find enough sweet potatoes because they're lurking everywhere. And I'm going to bring you over to one of our preparation beds. We are preparing for the winter, and Dr. Jim is up to something. So what have we done here so far, Dr. Jim?
Dr. Earth Organic Fertilizer.
And what did you do before this that we're now up to this step?
Well, we got all the tomato plants out. I discharged them an acre away over there.
Why did you discharge them so far away?
Recycle tomato or potato vines because they might harbor disease. So we got rid of those. The soil's like chopped up a little bit. It's beautiful soil. I'm going to fertilize it a little bit, lightly rake it. Then we're going to put leaves and sticks from the forest, everything on top of it, a couple inches, and let it sit for the winter.
So why are we doing leaves and sticks on the top? What are we mimicking?
Well, we're mimicking a forest.
Oh.
Mimicking the return, the recycling of good things back into the soil that happens by nature and by God.
Awesome. And if I were to back up, we did not throw the tomato vines in the compost heap. We threw them in the woods somewhere.
Threw them in the woods.
You don't even want them in your compost
Don't even
heap.
want them in the compost, nope.
But now sweet potato vines are a little bit different than regular potato vines. Is that correct?
Yes.
And sweet potato vines, what we have done with them is we've piled them on top of planting beds because they do mulch in beautifully. Correct?
That's correct.
And then our peas, we had purple peas. We chopped those, left the roots in the ground, and just left the cuttings right on top so that becomes mulch.
Correct. And that's going to go right back
and compost on the bed.
Now, we're not going to plant peas there again.
No, not next year.
We could plant beans, we could plant corn.
Right. Probably, but in this bed we could plant peas because we haven't had peas in this bed yet.
That's correct. This would be a good pea bed.
A good bed to pee in.
True.
Well, that would be human manure. Nitrogen fixing. Just kidding.
People who actually fool around with that stuff.
But people do, yes.
A little bit outside of my class, but yeah.
Not for our doing.
Not for us.
But we're doing a fertilizer. Dr. Jim's going to rake the fertilizer, just comb it over easily, and then we're going to mulch on top because we don't want the soil exposed to the elements because you'll lose your nutrients if the freeze comes. So we're going to protect it, kind of like this bed is. We have piled leaves in there, and the onions are in here. Onions, you overwinter, so we planted these in like October, November, and we'll be harvesting them June, July. So here we are, winter prepping our beds. You would think in the winter there'd be nothing to do, but actually there's probably more to do in the winter than during the season while things are growing.
Although here in East Texas, it's 62 degrees and sunny out in winter.
Yeah, and we just harvested more sweet potatoes, not only here, but at home, and some pumpkins. Oh, look, and a tomato. Get that tomato out.
Tomato under the ground.
Trying to plant itself, and out it goes. Well, thank you for listening. Remember, subscribe. Click that subscribe button below and join us so you can get updated on what we're doing this winter and how we're transforming our farm garden into a food forest and beyond. So come along on this journey. Subscribe, share it far and wide because we need to know how to grow our own foods and stay independent of being dependent on those food stores, which only have a 3-day supply. And should anything in the future hit the fan, you want to be able to sustain yourself, your family, and have some food and not have to fight for it in a food store or be beholding to quantities that are maybe not enough for you. So, thank you for listening. Don't forget, in order to connect with us, we are healthpedalorganic@gmail.com, and our website, which is up and running, is healthpedal.org, and we have a contact page there should you desire any of our services. Please go view our website and share that around too. Thank you for listening, and have an amazingly abundant, beautiful, blessed day. Bye for now.